What up, Yins, guys? It's Trivia Thursday here on the Greg Cherry brand. I am, of course, the longest reigning Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion of all time, Greg Cherry, and we are doing another episode of Wrestling Jeopardy. Another episode I have not seen. Kevin J. Callis gave us a big shout out the last time, so hoping for another one again. Hopefully, I can do as well as I did the last time. So we're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste any time going into this. So here we go. Gonna do some Wrestling Jeopardy.
Yes! This is Wrestling Jeopardy! And now, here is your host, Kevin J. Callis!
You have the intestinal fortitude to be a Wrestle Trivia champion?
Yeah!
Well, we're about to find out because this is Wrestling Jeopardy, the ultimate interactive pro wrestling game show where you're the contestant.
Because we're gonna teach you a lesson. And you
As always, there are 25 clues on the board, and they come from these 5 categories,
Let's see how we
beginning
do.
with hardcore champions,
Nice.
followed by pro wrestlers by theme song lyrics.
Ooh,
Our third category is alliterative superstars.
Okay.
Our fourth category, original tag team names. And our fifth category this episode was voted on by you, the Wrestle Trivia community. The 3 choices you had to choose from were broken bones, knocked unconscious, or torn muscles. And with an even 50% of the vote, our fifth category will be knocked unconscious.
Hey, what happened?
It should be good.
And that's how it means it's time for the 200-point job around. 5 somewhat easy questions to hopefully start your game off with a bang.
But that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Shut up!
And here comes the first clue on the board. It's from Hardcore Champions, worth 200 points. He never won the Hardcore title because it was actually gifted to him by Mr. McMahon.
Who is Mankind?
Who is Mankind, a.k.a. Mick Foley.
Yep.
On to pro wrestlers by theme song lyrics for 2. They see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud 9.
Who is Shawn Michaels?
He's just a sexy boy. Who is the Heartbreak Kid? Shawn Michaels.
Nice.
Here comes the first clue from the category alliterative superstars, and it's a visual clue. Who's this?
Who is Bianca Belair? I miss Bianca. I hope she's healing up good.
Now, for those of you who don't know, alliteration means you have the same letter that begins the first and last name. So this right here is Bianca Belair. Moving on to original tag team names for 200 points. Who was originally called the Ebony Experience?
Ebony Experience.
And the correct answer is
Oh,
Harlem
crying
Heat.
out loud.
Back when Booker T and Stevie Ray were in the Global Wrestling Federation in the early 1990s.
I should have got that one.
And let's close out the job around with this clue from Knocked Unconscious. He attempted a shooting star press, but his boot slipped, causing him to under-rotate and land headfirst on the mat instead of on Kurt Angle.
Who is Brock Lesnar? And I should have known that Harlem Heat one.
I mean, just look at that photo right there. I mean, the dude is in La La Land. Who is Brock Lesnar? By the way, if you think you have what it takes to be a contestant right here on Wrestling Jeopardy, well, the only way for you to find out is to subscribe to this channel for more information. We begin the 400-point round now with another clue from Hardcore Champions. He chokeslammed RVD Rob Van Dam off the stage through a table at Vengeance 2001 to win the Hardcore Championship.
Who is The Undertaker?
The only mid-card title that this wrestler ever won throughout his WWE career. Who is The Undertaker? The second clue of the 400-point round comes to us from Pro Wrestlers by theme song lyrics. Pain and Destruction is our middle name.
Who are Demolition? Yeah. Great theme song.
Finally enshrined in the WWE Hall of Fame, who is Demolition? On to another visual clue from alliterative superstars. Who's this?
Who is Britt Baker? I miss Britt too. Jeez.
And that would be another double B. Who is Britt Baker? Here comes the clue from original tag team names worth 400. What tag team was once called the Sheep Herders?
Who are the Bushwhackers? That one I knew.
an ultra-violent hardcore tag team that became cartoon characters once they came to the WWF, who are Luke and Butch the Bushwhackers. And let's finish up the 400-point round with this clue from Knocked Unconscious. She was accidentally knocked out courtesy of a Brie Bella Yes kick during a 6-woman tag team match on Raw in 2018.
Who is Liv Morgan?
And despite the worrying situation, a disoriented Liv Morgan valiantly returned to the ring.
And you got knocked out by Stephanie McCur on Raw.
Consideration paid for by the following.
All right, 10
Her,
questions
Roxanne,
down, 15
both.
to go, plus the daily double, a bonus question, and final Jeopardy.
Seems fair.
We begin the 600-point round now with this clue from Hardcore Champions. He changed the name of the title to the Texas Hardcore Championship.
Who is Bradshaw?
And he also created a customized belt. Who is Bradshaw, aka JBL? On to another clue from Pro Wrestlers by Theme Lyrics, worth 600 points. I'm a lover of every kind. The best surprises always sneak up from behind.
Who is Mr. Ass? Billy Gunn.
Believe it or not, the song Ass Man helped catapult Billy Gunn's career. And we've reached the halfway point of the game. Here comes another visual clue from alliterative superstars. Who's this?
Who is Lash Legend?
One half of the Irresistible Forces. Who is Lash Legend?
Ooh, bonus question.
All right, get ready to possibly level up your score. It's bonus question time. If you answer this clue correctly, you will double your score. Lash Legend's NXT 2.0 talk show was called what?
Oh, no. I don't know.
And the correct answer is Lashing Out with Lash Legend.
Makes
On
sense.
to the 600-point clue from original tag team names. What tag team was originally known as Too Much?
Who is Too Cool?
Yes, before they were Too Cool, the duo of Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor were originally called Too Much. And here comes the final clue of the 600-point round. It's from Knocked Unconscious. The Miz suffered a concussion and was knocked out after he and John Cena fell over the ring barrier during the main event match of WrestleMania 27 at this arena.
Was the Georgia Dome.
Getting knocked out at a WrestleMania must be a nightmare for any wrestler, but especially in front of over 70,000 people in the Georgia Dome. We're on to the first clue of the 400-point round from Hardcore Champions. All right, it's that time. Are you tough enough to bet it all here? The Daily Double category, once again, is Hardcore Champions. Place your wager now.
Yeah, 5,800. All in.
All right, time is up. Here's this episode's Daily Double clue. He has the most reigns as WWE Hardcore Champion with 39.
Who is Raven?
All right, I'll give you the top three here. Coming in third place with 21 reigns is Steven Richards. Coming in second with 22 reigns was Crash Holly. But the one wrestler who had the Hardcore Championship the most times was Raven.
Yeah.
We're on to some more pro wrestlers by the theme song lyrics for 800. I'm not saying that women don't fall over him, but he don't give in. He's a family man. And the correct answer here is Ricky Steamboat, as these lyrics come from his WCW theme called The Dragon. Now, when I think of dragons, I think of badass, fire-breathing beasts, like some straight-up Game of Thrones shit, right? But not the writers of this song, who apparently, when they think of a dragon, they think of a guy who doesn't cheat on his wife.
Ricky Steamboat, the dragon.
On to the fourth. visual
I don't think
clue
I've ever
from
heard that theme song in my life.
Stars worth 800 points. Who is this?
Who's Mercedes Martinez?
And that would be Mercedes Martinez. Here comes the 800-point clue from original tag team names. What tag team was originally called the Vegas Connection?
Was it the Outsiders?
Now, when Kevin Nash and Diamond Dallas Page teamed
Oh,
up in
the
late
Insiders.
2000, they reprised their Vegas Connection team from a decade prior, but were now known as the Insiders. And here comes the final clue before the 1,000-point main event round. It's worth 800 points, and it's from Knocked Unconscious. During this 2016 pay-per-view, Enzo Amore suffered a severe concussion in a match against the Vaudevillains. I remember watching this live and
I
thinking
was going
something
to guess
ain't
Money
right
in the
with the
Bank,
real
but I don't
world
think
there.
that was right.
Back in
Payback.
2016, this pay-per-view was called Payback.
And if I ever found out that Simon Gotch did that shit on purpose, if he came out and said that, how you doing?
I'm doing
Now
okay.
it's time
Not,
to really test your intestinal fortitude. It's the main event. 5 1,000-point questions guaranteed to put your wrestling knowledge to the test.
How are you doing?
And we begin with the final 1,000-point clue from Hardcore Champions. In November 2024, Triple H gifted a modernized version of the WWE Hardcore Championship to him.
who is Travis Scott?
A nice little bookend here to this category as Papa H surprised Travis Scott during his Complex Con set and declared him the new Hardcore Champion. And we all know how that worked out. On to the final clue from Pro Wrestlers by Theme Song Lyrics. Rising up from the land of the Gator, he's a modern-day gladiator.
I was going to guess Titus O'Neil.
6'6", angry and mean. He's a living, breathing war machine. Who is Mike Awesome? Here comes the final 1,000-point clue
Jeez.
from alliterative superstars. Who's this?
Who is JC Jane?
And that would be the two-time NXT Women's Champion, JC
I hope she gets called up
Jane.
after
On to the
WrestleMania.
last clue from original tag team names, worth 1,000. Who was originally called the Mechanics?
FTR. Who are FTR or the Revival? I knew that one was coming up.
Name the Mechanics to reflect their blue-collar approach to dismantling their opponents. Who are FTR, aka the Revival? Don't go anywhere because Final Jeopardy is next, but let's close out the board with this final clue from Knocked Unconscious, worth 1,000 points. A tale of some backstage folklore that was eventually proven to be not true was when Sheamus and this wrestler got into a fight where the Celtic warrior allegedly got knocked out cold.
Backstage stuff is so... I don't know.
With a background in boxing and jiu-jitsu, Yoshi Tatsu was rumored to have embarrassed a much bigger Sheamus, but the fella begs to differ.
Where did this come from?
All right, 26 clues are down, and only one separates you from becoming the ultimate Wrestle Trivia champion. Let's find out what this episode's Final Jeopardy category is. A category that would make Big E proud, big meaty men slapping meat.
It's always all in for me.
All right, time is up.
Always try to
Here is
double up.
your multiple choice Final Jeopardy clue. What was the result of the infamous match between Big Van Vader and Stan Hansen at the Tokyo Dome in 1990? Was it A, a double countout, B, a double disqualification, C, Stan Hansen won, or D, Big Van Vader won? You have 15 seconds. Good luck.
Well, I'm going to end up with 0 because I don't know. I'm going to guess Stan Hansen won. Even though it's probably one of the first two.
Now, before we reveal the Final Jeopardy answer, big shout out goes to these contributing editors and members of this channel for their support. And you can become one too by clicking on the link in the description. I've seen plenty of wrestlers get hurt during a match, but having your eyeball popped out of its socket totally takes the prize. And while Vader's gruesome injury gets all the attention here, these two heavyweights still managed to have a hard-hitting
I
brawl
knew it.
that unfortunately ended in a double countout. And that does it for another episode of Wrestling Jeopardy. Thanks again so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video. And
So I ended up with nothing. after all that. Had 14,600 going into it, but wasn't to be. Those Japan questions are going to get. I need to study Japanese wrestling, apparently. Tokyo Dome stuff just does not hit for me, apparently. So that was another edition of Trivia Thursday. Kind of an embarrassing one on my part, but hey, I can always improve, right? Thank you for watching. Don't be a jag. We'll see you next time on Trivia Thursday.